Now I'm going to be completely honest here. When I first started training, my fitness goals weren't the typical bodybuilding type goals. I wasn't concerned about deadlifting a certain amount of weight or getting over a heartbreak or anything like that. I simply just wanted to look good. I wanted one of those Hollywood type physiques that was based purely around looks. And I'm not going to lie, I wanted to look attractive to girls. For most of my life, I was extremely skinny. And on top of that, I had very little definition of muscle mass, so I'd always feel so embarrassed to go to the beach topless. And after 4 years of training, it's fair to say I achieved my goal. So how do you train in order to obtain an aesthetic physique? Do you focus on the V-taper look, shredded abs, bolder shoulders, or a small waist? In this video, I'm going to break down the 8 pillars needed to train for aesthetics. This will be very in-depth, all the way from the warm-ups and the structures to how to progressively overload and train and all of the exercises needed to build an aesthetic physique. So here's the first step of the training, and that is simply to warm up correctly. So many people neglect warming up, and this can lead to injuries, less mind-to-muscle connection, and a whole host of issues. What I like to do is warm up my body through a 5-minute light jog on the running machine. And after that, I'd warm up my rotator cuff with a banded shoulder external rotation. Shoulder injuries are so common, and it's pretty hard to train without them, so warming them up correctly is vital. I just like to use bands as they're super light and easy to warm up with. After that, you want to start your workout with a warm-up set, so this could be 50% of the weight that you'd normally use, but with slightly more reps. Then up the weight to let's say 70 or 75% with less reps. And then you're finally ready to perform your normal set at full intensity. Now that you're warmed up, let's talk about step 2, the 10 key lifts to build muscle. Of course you can build muscle with any variant of exercise, but these 10 exercises in particular are very fundamental and crucial for building muscle. So in no particular order, number 1, the squat, which is a great mass builder. 2, Romanian deadlifts for building up the hamstrings. 3, incline bench press with a broad upper chest aesthetic. 4, barbell or machine rows to build back thickness. 5, pull-ups for your lats and upper back. 6, barbell curls for the biceps of course. Number 7, dips, a very underrated tricep builder. 8, lateral raises for the 4D shoulders. 9, cable face pulls. This is a great rear delt exercise. And 10, the standing shoulder press. So you're warmed up, you know the key exercises to include in your routine. So by now, I'm sure you've heard of the term progressive overload. So what exactly is progressive overload? And this is a third step. And put simply, progressive overload means in order to see results in the gym and force your muscles to grow, you need to be increasing the intensity of your workouts. So whether it's via weight or reps or even via time or anything else, you must be doing this as frequently as you can. You need to be progressively overloading in order to gain muscle. So for example, if you're doing bench press at 3 sets of 8 at 70 kg, in order to build muscle the next week, you could increase the weight up to 75 kg and then aim for 77.5 kg the week after. And don't be afraid to use the small plates. Just because it's only 1 kg or 2 kg doesn't mean that it's pointless. That's still progress. I've always found that increasing the weight has worked best for me. However, if I can't increase the weight, I'd increase the reps instead. Next, in terms of your exercise selections for training, there's 2 different types of movements. So first, you have compounds. These are movements that hit more than one muscle group. Compounds can help to make your workout shorter, as you can target 2 or 3 or even more muscle parts at the same time. You can typically load more weight when performing compound lifts too. Regardless of whether you're a beginner or expert, I'd always include compound lifts into your routine. But if you are a beginner, I'd focus on compound lifts a lot. The second type of movement is called an isolation movement, and I like to call them accessory exercises. So just target and isolate one specific muscle group. And they usually work better in a slightly higher rep range, such as a 10 to 12 bracket. Okay, cool. So you're training hard at the gym, you're progressively overloading, but what about abs? They're made in the kitchen, right? Well, yes and no. Your abs are still like any other muscle group. They need rest, but they also can strengthen and grow by progressive overload. One routine I like to do is Russian twists, crunches, ankle taps, reverse crunches, floor raises, and sit-ups. I'll do 3 sets of each exercise, with a set being 30 seconds on and then a 15-second rest. And I'll repeat this circuit around 2 or 3 times. However, to progressively overload your abs, you can use a weighted machine or track the amount of repetitions that you do in your circuit. And of course with abs, the main factor is making sure that you have a low body fat percentage, and eating clean is really helpful for this. With dieting, you can still eat healthily with the foods that you enjoy. So if you're looking for a blueprint to create your dream physique, with my one-to-one coaching app, I'll work together with you to create workout and nutrition plans based around your lifestyle and preferences, as well as a one-to-one weekly check-ins to monitor the progress and keep you accountable. So if you want to work with me, just apply via the first link in the description. Coming on to step 6, finding the best program to build an aesthetic body. Now this can depend on a variety of factors, like how much time you have to work out each week and your fitness goals. My favourite split at the moment is the Arnold split, which trains chest and back, shoulders and arms, and then legs. I prefer this over the push-pull leg routine, as I get to isolate my shoulders and arms a bit more, and these are key factors to building a beach body physique. However, the best split is the one that you can stick to the most. So for a 3-day-a-week split, go for the full body times 3, 4-day upper lower times 2, 5-day Arnold split and upper lower, 6-day split, push-pull leg times 2, or Arnold split times 2. Now coming on to the most underrated way to build aesthetics, and this is making sure that your physique is symmetrical. And basically, this is when your physique is the same on both sides and isn't on balance on one side compared to the other. Many studies have shown that symmetrical faces and physiques are seen as more attractive to the opposite gender. So if your body does start to lack on one side, you can include more unilateral exercises and dumbbell exercises to make sure each side of your body is putting in an equal amount of work. As with things such as a barbell lift, sometimes one side can become stronger and overcompensate for the weaker side, leading to a muscle imbalance. So symmetry is really key for aesthetics. That's all of the training out of the way. Now let's get onto the diet. To build muscle, you need to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And for the lean aesthetic look, you want to reduce the amount of added sugars and unhealthy fats. Obtain a low body fat percentage, so if you're above 15%, you should probably be on a cut. Consume less processed foods and drink 3 to 4 litres of water daily if you can. And yeah, that comes to the end of the video. A lot of time and effort went into making this. So yeah, if you did like it, drop a like, drop a subscription. And if you want to see how to stay consistent with the gym and how to be motivated towards it, then you can click this video right here. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.